All is leading to a great crescendo. Saint Germain. One who serves, and Saint Germain channeled by James McConnell. Adama, and Ashira channeled by Dr. Susan Sammarco. Web pages: www.meetup.com, Ancient Awakenings, and www.ancientawakenings.org. Saint Germain. I am Saint Germain. I am here now, at this time, to continue this process. To continue this program that was started a long time ago. In this particular moment in time, it is 15 years after the 9/11, when NESARA was to be announced. All was to change in a blink of an eye. And in a blink of an eye, everything did change. Not the way it was intended by most, but in the way it needed to be at that time. Because of all the circumstances involved at that time. Because of all the energies that were involved at that time to bring about the changes that did happen, what you know of the tragedies of September 11th. But even though that did happen, even though many lives were lost, even though many lives were changed as a result of this, you can be well assured that all has still been in orchestration over this entire time. All is leading to a great crescendo, as Sananda likes to use. All is coming to an end and a beginning. NESARA as you know it, as it has been explained to you, is not going to be exactly the way it has been spoken of. There are some changes. It is coming. It is going to be announced shortly. All of the energies that are leading to this climactic event are now in the process of happening. NESARA will be announced. GESARA will become global. Nothing can stop it. Nothing is going to stop it. Not this time. It will be announced. It will spread. It will bring about major changes across the planet. It will precede many more changes that will come. We are excited about the great times that are ahead. We are excited for you, and we are excited for us. Very soon we will be coming together. Those of you who have been listening to the many messages from the different sources will very shortly have those messages coming directly to you. Whether it is in person or in this type of manner telepathically. Many more of you will be tuning into these messages. You will be tuning into your own higher God self and making that connection or reconnecting again. We are all on the verge now of the Great Changeover. You call it the event. Many of us call it the changeover. It is the changeover to another paradigm. Another understanding. Another level of consciousness. It will take us all into the galactic consciousness from which we all have come from, and which we all are now returning to. You have heard the saying many times that no one will be left behind. That is true. No one will be left behind that chooses to move on. And it is a choice, my brothers and sisters. It is a choice for you all to make. Many of you have made that choice. Many more do not even know that a choice exists at this time. They will come to understand. They will come to know much of what you know now, and will come to a realization that they create their own reality. Their reality does not create them. That, in itself, is quite a change. It is coming. It is happening. You are going to hear very shortly now as major happenings begin. We know that you have heard this before, but at some point it all must begin. It all must begin in earnest, as the dominoes must truly begin to fall. And all the various sources on your internet where you have learned to use your discernment skills will one day soon not be necessary anymore. Truth will rise up and take over the day. You will realize that you were that truth all along. I am Saint Germain. I love you deeply, and I am with you always. Peace and love be with all of you. Adama. Hello. I am Adama. I apologize, Anne, for crashing in on your period of talkers. We appreciate the time you have given us today. We have come to you in the past to talk about all the wonderful things happening on the planet to keep you in a good stead. Those who came to your meeting last week from Mount Shasta, they were inspired. We talked with them telepathically and inspired them to come to you. Did you enjoy that experience? This is the kind of experiences we are encouraging throughout the planet. You may or may not see us directly, but we have an army of people we are connecting with. There will be more coming into this group to share with you their light, their particular vibration. This is the 9/11 holiday, celebration, whatever you want to call it. We know that thousands of people left the planet on that day, and moved into that higher consciousness state. It was an agreement they had before they came on this planet to be involved in a large and spectacular way. We know that there were many family members that were left behind who were in great despair. It did not help that those who gave their lives for this cause were pulled down by the cabal's excuses. By the cabal's way of managing that which they had to manage. They threw up so many false things in mass media so that everyone on the planet got behind their false goals of starting wars. Moving into wars. This was an important path for those who left the planet that day, for they were engaged in raising the vibration upon this planet. Now 15 years later, you are in a time of knowing. You are now in a time of seeing through the various ways on your internet, at the things you are reading, looking at all those professionals who say what the government said is not true. It could not be true. This is an important time for all. This is your now that you have been speaking of. This is the time, as we have said, that we send those out from Mount Shasta and other magical places around the world to come and speak to groups such as yours. And soon we will be having those conversations ourselves with you across the table, sharing good foods and good wines. Sharing with you that which you have thought of and planned for, and we know will indeed happen. We give you our love. All of our love. Thank you.